Hey, how's it going, guys? Sniper here with the Week 3 team build for that one league, and I'm of course the coach of your Sharpedos. We are unfortunately 0-2. I did explain last video or the battle we had against Eric of the Washington Wizards. I was mentally exhausted. I had no energy to do the battle. Well, I had the energy. I just had to build the team on that day, record it, and then have the battle as well as just getting out of hospital. So I'm not disappointed with how I played, but if I had more time for prep, then I probably would have looked over a bit more. But that is in the past, and I haven't mentioned that we're actually in the red division. There's 4 divisions. We have 2 teams in our 2 other teams in our divisions. We play them twice. I'm with Eric, who I played last week, and Red Star, and we play them twice, and then we play other teams as well. And this week, for week 3, we're up against Michael from the Blue Division, coach of the Gulf Coast Gators, and he has a pretty threatening team. He has Scissor. That's something to look out for. One weakness, fire. Which is why we have the Pokemon on the screen. He also has a Rotom Wash. Bit salty you got that because I wanted it, but I can't really complain because I did snipe him with Garchomp, so win some, you lose some. He has a Donphan, really good spinner. Can be run bulky and can also be run with a Choice Band, got to keep that in mind. He's got a Lipard, one of the better tier 5 Pokemon. It gets Prankster, things like Fake Out, Taunt. I think it gets Thunder Wave as well. He has Mega Gallade, quite an underrated Mega, but a good one nonetheless. Can be a bit predictable at times, gets Swords Dance, gotta look out for that. He has quite a few setup sweepers, especially when it comes to Swords Dance. Speaking of setup sweepers, he has a Talonflame as well. He's got that reliable spinner in Donphan, so if he brings Talonflame, then he's more than likely to bring Donphan. Gale Wings, incredible ability, hits like a truck, really quick. He has a Drapion, one weakness in Earthquake. Is actually quite a good utility mon, getting things like Knock Off, getting things like Poison Jab, getting Earthquake, Cross Poison. He's got a Cobalion, another setup sweeper, gets good coverage with things like Volt Switch. As well as Iron Head, Sacred Sword, Close Combat. He has a Meowstic, that's both Meowstics, so male and female, getting things like Prankster. I think it's pure Psychic, so it can be dealt with. Don't know if he's going to bring it or not. He has a Slurpuff as his fairy. Can Belly Drum, can be run as a Wish Cleric. Got to look out for that actually. And finally, he has a Zygarde as his Dragon. To complete his Steel Fairy Dragon Core. Can coil up, things like that. However, he does have that glaring 4 times release to Ice. He's kind of like Garchomp, but a lower tier value. So I guess he picked that because he couldn't get Garchomp. But anyway, I have prepped, and I took a good couple hours to prep this, and run all the calcs, and I'm actually really confident, hoping that we can, snag our first ever win. But we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But as you can see on the screen, the first Pokemon we are bringing is Blazemith. Pretty much like the standard set, Choice Band. Same moves as always. Sacred Fire, Iron Head, Stone Edge, and Extreme Speed. Running Adamant Nature, obviously, with max attack. 216 speed allows me to outspeed, I think it's Tyranitar. Yeah, a Tyranitar. We can Sacred Fire to get a burn. Or we can predict the switch and go for an Iron Head, which will just do a truckload. And 14 defense, just to, take hits a bit better. Blazemith is obviously my wall breaker. Really important for things like the Scissor, things like the Cobalion. Stone Edge to hit the Talonflame, of course, if we hit it. Also, if we can get a burn on the Donphan, that would also be quite nice, because he could run a Choice Banded Donphan as his wall breaker. And well, the Lipard's not living anything from a Choice Banded Blazemith, let's be honest. And our next mon, probably one of our most vital mons this week, is Saturday. Now what I noticed is he does not have any stab, grass or electric. Sure, he has coverage, you know, bolt switch and obviously grass type. He have grass type coverage somewhere around here. He says, well, you can get HP grass on Pokemon, that's fine. Nonetheless, he doesn't have a lot for Slowbro. I mean, he obviously gets Tyranitar, which can, you know, wait, no, he doesn't have Tyranitar. Sorry, I'm on about the wrong team. That was last week. I am sorry. I don't even know if he has Dark type. I mean, he can get Shadow Ball and things like the Meowstic, but, you know, he doesn't have, like, any of those common checks to a Slowbro. So I'm running a physically defensive one, Bold Nature, so same EV spread as normal. But we're running Leftovers and Regenerate. We're running a Calm Mind variant with Scald and Psyshock, because Psyshock hits the Rotom. If we get to +3 or 4, you know, like, Psyshock's going to do a crap ton to everyone, because I was like, wow, does this really do much? When I was looking on the calcs, and I realised I had it on Mega Slowbro, and I'm so glad I saw that before, otherwise I would have been confused. And Skull pretty much is everything else really hard. Slack off there for recovery, and obviously we have Calm on there. Now this is really vital. This is like probably, I wouldn't say my emergency button, but I don't want to rely on this, but it's one of the key parts to this team, and I think it's really important. But our next Pokemon making its debut is Rocky, the Regirock, because I didn't want to bring Mega Diancie for a couple reasons. One is that he has a Cobalion and he has a Scissor, both being very good steel types, and Scissor getting Bullet Punch. We don't live a Bullet Punch from a Scissor. Like, we can run max physical defense. You know, we can get like 3 defense raises from Diamond Storm, but we don't live a Bullet Punch. Like, we don't live, like, even if we live 1, we wouldn't live 2. Not a chance would we live 2. As well as just having, like, he has Rotom Wash as well, which if we run physical can burn us. If we run a special set, like, you can just Hydro Pump, you know, Toxicus if he wants to go down that route. So there wasn't really too much point bringing it. But I wanted Stealth Rocks because he does have the Talonflame. He also has a couple other Pokemon that are fairly weak to Stealth Rocks. I do have Rocky up in here with the Stealth Rocks, with the Thunder Wave, with Drain Punch and Earthquake. Even though Drain Punch only really hits the Lipard, it also hits the Cobalion, also hits the Scissor fairly hard. Earthquake is also there. And the set, we're running max defense, but I'm actually running a Careful Nature because I kind of wanted to boost his special defense a bit more. I mean, he has good special defense, but I kind of want to boost it a bit more because obviously we're running, you know, like physically defensive as well for Saturday. But that, if I can get Calm Minds up, then nothing lives. But I kind of want to send this in to, you know, live physical hits. But I don't need to put I don't need a positive defense nature. And I definitely don't need special attack. And then HP is at max, and attack is at 8. I'm actually really looking forward to using Rocky because, you know, Regirock is really underrated, but actually, like, it does get quite a few good moves. I mean, it can get, you know, Body Slam if you want to try and paralyze. It gets the Elemental Punches. It gets Seismic Toss. It gets Superpower if you just want to hit like a truck. It gets Toxic. It gets Rock Polish. You know, Weakness Policy Rock Polish Sturdy. You know, maybe I'll run that 1 week. Maybe not. But our next Pokemon, I'm gonna explain this. Like, it doesn't really need too much explaining. But I did mention earlier how many Pokemon have Sword Stance, and Sword Stance is never a nice thing to go up against. So, knowing that, he doesn't want to go up against Sword Stances either. So I'm bringing my Ditto. Now, you don't really have to explain this set because, you know, it's a set that you run. But, like, so some of the Pokemon that can get Sword Stance, you know, you've got the Mega, sorry, not the Mega Scissor, you've got the Scissor, you've got the Cobalion, you've got the Talonflame. You know, probably set with Donphan, you know, Mega Gallade as well. Slurpuff with Belly Drum, Zygarde with Coil, Meowstic can get Calm Mind, you know, just Drapion can get Soul Stance as well. There's so many Pokemon that can set up all over my face, and I don't want anyone to set up all over my face, so I'm bringing Ditto with the nickname Popular because, you know, he really gets around in the Pokemon Day Center, if you know what I'm saying. But we are bringing Aladdin, bit of a weirder set this week. We're running Choice Scarf and we're actually running Defiant because I don't need Prankster because I'm running 4 attacks. So, like, if I can switch in on, I swear he had a Pokemon that had, like, Intimidate or something. He might not. No, I don't think he does. But nonetheless, like, there's no point having Prankster. So if we go for this, if they want to try and lower my stats, then I raise my attack by 2. And then U-Turn's going to hit like a truck, as well as running Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, and Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice, obviously, for the Zygarde. Flash Cannon's there for the Slurpuff. Thunderbolt's for everything else. Hidden Power Ice is also there for the Don fan as well. And we're running no speed investment because, you know, I ran the calcs and I did the whole speed and times it by 1.5 because that's how much it modifies. And even the quickest thing he has on his team does not outspeed a Choice Scarf Aladdin unless they're Choice Scarf and stuff. So there's no point putting anything in speed. So I've put it all into HP and defense, kind of even that out, and then modest special attacking, beast. And the reason I have this investment is so I can live. Now, what was it? Aladdin. I always seem really unorganized. It's just because I prep it, but then I always forget because I have short-term memory. It was to live a Flare Blitz from a non-invested Talonflame, because now I can live that and fire off a Thunderbolt and just destroy it. It's like a Talonflame's not living a Thunderbolt. Like, so if I want to just switch in, like, we're going to outspeed it for 1, and then we're going to, my brain has just farted. Oh yeah, and then we're going to fire off a massive Thunderbolt. And our last Pokemon is Captain Oblivion, holding the Lumberry with Rough Skin, with Earthquake Stone as Dragon Claw as normal, but also Flamethrower. Now I was going to run Fire Blast, but I don't want to miss. And that Scissor can be a pain. It's like, if I miss and then he gets up a Sword Stance, and then like we're at a range where he can kill with Bullet Punch, then I have nothing. I mean, I have Blazemith obviously, but you know, +2, you can just fire off a superpower, you can fire off another Bullet Punch if we're at low. So I don't want to miss, so Flamethrower just destroys it, because pretty much all Rhinos destroy it. And then we're running 200 plus speed to outspeed his Tyranitar. I do want to make sure Blazemith does outspeed that. He doesn't. I might have to look at that. Or whatever's base 95 is what he outspeeds. And Blazemith is base 100. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that now. So yeah, and then we're running Naive because I don't need special defensive investment. And then 56 special attack allows us to definitely kill that Scissor. Unless he's running like Careful, but what is the chance of him running Careful? And then 252 attack, just hit like a truck. And then Lumberry Ruskin, because I don't want him to burn me with the Rotom or anything. So if he burns me and I just heal it off with the Lumberry, then he's just wasted a turn. Like, and then Will-O-Wisp has crud accuracy anyway, so yeah. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support over the past couple of weeks. I've really enjoyed, you know, battling this league, and I enjoy that you're watching my videos, even though I am a pile of crap at this type of thing. But it's my first league, and it's a learning curve. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.